Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. It has been a minute. That is because I really haven't taken any trades. January has not been fucking good at all, today included. Today I am down, let's see on my calculator, $2,218.04 across all of my accounts. Ended up taking a short towards this unfilled 4 hour, and obviously you could see later on it did end up playing out, but completely fine with the trade that I ended up taking. Thought it was high quality. At first we saw really good displacement, and then market just decided to shit the bed. But completely fine with the trade that I ended up taking. So let's kind of roll over and go over what I wanted to see coming into market open. So let's go to 7:30. Here we go. So if we take a look at the higher time frame here, in the overnight session, what do we have? We have had a huge move up around like 300 points going towards buy side. So obviously I want to see the market go towards all these generated highs and this unfilled daily for value gap, as well as buy side right here. Now, on the 4 hour, there was no 4 hour for value gap that opened up. This candle was still not closed yet, so this 4 hour had not opened up. So the only 4 hour was down here. I didn't expect this to come all the way back down here. But when we look at the 1 hour, we had this 1 hour fair value gap right here. So what did I want to see coming into market open? I wanted to see a rebalance to this 1 hour, right? If we scale down to the 15-minute, again, we had London, we had Asia lows, and then we also had midnight open way down below. So we're way above midnight open. When midnight opens all the way down here, I don't expect this to come all the way back down to midnight open, but it is more confluence for me to take a short, right? Now, the reason that overall in the higher time frame I was bullish, but I was only looking for shorts, is because we are so far in premium that I can't take anything high quality. I can't take a long, any high quality long. Jesus, I can't take any high quality long when we're so deep into premium. So I wasn't looking for longs at all. I was only looking for shorts if the short made sense, right? I'm not looking to take a short off a 1 minute change and target all the way back down to Asia or all the way to London or even possibly this 1 hour, right? I need to see more confluence. I need to see more price action get put in. So let's scale down and let's go to right here, 7:30. Okay, so as you can see, when market opens on the 5 minute, we end up running this 5 minute for value gap right to the downside. So we have an inverse for value gap on the 5 minute, as well as getting below this change in the state on the 5 minute, right? So we have this inverse, we have this change in the state on the 5 minute. This validates it to these equal lows down here, as well as this unfilled 1 hour. So like I said from the beginning, I need to see more price action get put in for me to take a short towards this unfilled 1 hour, right? I'm not targeting London. I'm not targeting Asia, right? I'm not expecting price to go back down there. I'm expecting price for just a tiny rebalance to the 1 hour to these generated equal lows down here, because at market open price showed me that we ran through this 5 minute, we have this 5 minute change. This validates it to these lows, right? So I scale in, right? I'm just sitting patiently here. This is around 7:34. I'm just sitting patiently. We take these relative equal lows. Price ends up coming lower, right? And then we end up pumping all the way up and taking this high, right? So we end up pumping all the way up and holding this 5 minute for value gap. So we come up, we take these highs and hold this 5 minute for value gap. We don't displace through it. We come up, we take this high, and we hold bearish, right? So if we take a look at NQ or ES at this time, right? Let's see, this was at 7:45. So at 7:45, we're right here. So we're nowhere near these highs. So we put in a bearish SMT. So now at this point in time, what do I want to see? I want to see this 1 minute get ran through. And I want to see this change in the state get closed, right? And I will enter short. So what ends up happening? We end up running this for value gap and closing below the change in the same move. I enter short, right? My stop right above the 1 minute for value gap, because I don't expect price to run this 1 minute for value gap, because if we're bearish, we're going to tap it and we're going to shoot down lower, right? What ends up happening? We end up running through it, right? I get stopped out. And then we eventually just end up chopping the rest of the morning, right? For around 7:55 to around an hour. And then we end up coming up, taking this high, right? And then closing below this change to go lower, right? But like I said from the beginning, completely fine taking this trade. Saw really good displacement right after we took this high. If we were Jesus Christ, if we were just chopping down to this change in the state and really not fast displacement, I would have never taken this, right? Because I want to see fast displacement. But as soon as we take this high, you see immediate displacement lower, run through this fair value gap, close below the change in one move. I'm taking a short. I'm slapping a short every single time. This internal low was going to be my break even. It was a little bit of a scuffed break even, but it was going to be my break even. But just ended up getting stopped. And again, like I said, completely fine with the trade that I ended up taking. I'm down 2,200, like I said. And it's just unfortunate that, price action wasn't efficient. But at the end of the day, that's just trading. Some days market's going to be great. Some days it's not, right? You just continue to take your model and follow your rules every single day. So I think that's going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your fucking day, and I will catch you in the next one.